So we have a question on permutation and combination. We are given that there are 5 people, Mary and 3 female friends. So we have 4 female and her brother Peter, so 1 male. Attend the theater. In the theater there is empty a row of 10 empty seats, and for the first half they decide to sit next to each other. So we have to find the number of ways in which these 5 people can be seated in this row. So we have a row of 10 seats. So there are 10 seats, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now in the first half they all decide to sit next to each other. So we have a group of 5 persons who will be sitting next to each other. In how many ways can I make this group sit on these 10 seats? You can see I can start from first seat or second or third or fourth or fifth or sixth. So there are 6 ways in which I can put this group on these 10 seats. Now, are these 5 people in this group different? Yes. So, if I permutate them in between, will they form a different arrangement? Yes. So, I can permutate this group in 5 factorial ways. So, our answer would be 6 factorial or 720. Now, let us move on to the second part. In the second half of the show, they return to the same row of 10 empty seats, but this time the 4 girls decide to sit at least 1 seat apart from Peter. So now they decide that the 4 girls will not be sitting next to Peter, they will be sitting at least 1 seat apart from Peter. So we have 10 seats. Now let us try to understand. Suppose Peter sits on the first seat. Now the girls will have to sit at least 1 seat apart, so they can sit from third seat only. So they can start sitting from the third seat only, from this seat. Now in the next part you need to understand that once Peter sits on the first seat, if the girls start sitting from the third seat or fourth seat or fifth seat, each of these arrangement will be different because we have a reference on our arrangement in terms of Peter. So we can change. So not only we can permutate the girls once they sit, but we also have to choose a seat, because choosing a seat at the third or fourth or fifth is different. Similarly, if you go, you need to understand also that if we make sit Peter on the fifth seat, now girls cannot sit on this seat as well as this seat. So they have only 7 seats left for sitting, while in the first case they had 8 seats to choose from. So we have to make cases. In the case 1, if Peter is sitting either, Peter is at either end. If Peter is at either end, there are 2 ways in which we can do this. Peter can be at the first seat or Peter can be at the 10th seat. Now we are left with 8 seats to choose from. So we can choose 4 seats in 8C4, because now since Peter has already sat on the one of the seats, it needs to be understood that all the seats now have a reference and we have to pick seats in 8C4 ways, and then permutating the girls in that group, that would be 4 factorial ways. So this comes out to be 3360 ways. Now consider our case 2, when Peter is not at the end. Now if Peter is not at the end, we have 8 seats to pick from, and once we pick any of these 8 seats and ask Peter to sit there, now we are left with 7 seats, because these 2 seats will not be occupied by the girls. So we have 7 seats to pick for, and since we have already a reference on our sitting arrangement, so we can pick those 4 seats out of the 7 seats in 7C4 ways, and then permutate girls in 4 factorial ways. So we have 6720 ways, and if we sum them or add them, we get 10080. So this is the total number of ways in which girls can sit by keeping at least one seat vacant away from feet. So for more such questions and explanations, do visit our website academy.com and register for detailed